We are live for round 2 of the playoffs. It's the semifinals. West 6 Wingulls, Toronto Trick Roomers, everybody's in the call, it seems like so far. For those of you that may have missed the team read because it got quiet or whatever, we are using a Fairy Fluttermane, a Water Terra Guja Hisui, a Water Ogerpon Wellspring, a Grass Terra Arcanine, a Fire Terra Scrafty, and a Dragon Terra Dugong. We're playing up against a Dark Terra Chien Pao, a Fire Terra not Hisuian, but Ogerpon Hearthplane, Fire Terra Walking Wake, Steel Clefairy, Fairy Malamar, and Stellar Illumise. So they have a pretty good team on their side. We'll just have to see kind of how it goes. Okay. TTR won the Hoenn division this season. We finished second, so we are, I guess, technically the underdog in this one. Should hopefully be really good. We are going to try to win, obviously, but we are going to try to flip the script here. There's an Illumise, and it's probably going to be a Tailwind setter on their side, which is why, as you can see, we don't have any Tailwind. We just have a really fast Flutter, which has Trick Room, which sounds really counterintuitive, but the idea is we're going to flip the script. We have to watch out for Sucker Punches from Chien Pao if it's Terra Dark. Ogerpon Fire does a whole lot of damage. We have Icy Wind on our Dugong, and that's going to be our speed control. So we might get exploded here. We're not really sure how this will go. But really, my plan here is we can run an Ogerpon Flutter start, and we can either swing big to begin with. Ogerpon is our redirector, really, really bulky for us. With the Chien Pao, with their Ogerpon, it's something we have to be a little bit mindful of. With the two Fire Terras and a Steel Terra, Flutter with D-Gleam is not going to be like a ton of damage, but it's something that we can play with, to say the least. So my thought process is Malamar is going to be a setup problem, and Dugong here has Haze, which can maybe work for us. But my game one theory, I think, is we're just going to open up with our Ogerpon, and we're going to open up with our Flutter. Just how are they going to deal with it? Chien Pao and Flutter are going to be speed tied, but we also don't know if this is going to be booster speed Walking Wake. Something to be mindful of and something we'll be watching out for throughout this series. Guja is going to be really impactful for us just because it's going to be our immunity to this Ogerpon, and Scrafty is going to be our fake out / Moxie user. We're not using Intimidate because there is a Malamar. But if we can get Scrafty with 1 KO, maybe we can get a snowball rolling. Trick Room is going to be something we'll be looking for late in this game, probably. But we'll lock it in. These are our 4 that I think give us our best chance of winning. And we'll just have to, see how it goes. But game number 1 of the Hoenn division semifinal. Gaslighter Girl Boss. All right. Off the rip, we have a Mold Breaker. We can look at going for a pivot play. I like the idea of we can U-turn out of this, or better yet, we can just do a switch to our Guja right now. Just because if this is Ivy Cudgel, that will do quite a bit of damage actually. So we'll keep our Ogerpon in. We're going to do a U-turn with our Ogerpon. Yeah, serious handshaking. And then I'm actually going to, let's hit the Trick Room right off the bat to get our speed control for whatever we want to bring in. Our Ogerpon is faster. That is unexpected. So they have no speed investment. We have 4 speed. Idea here is I think we just go ahead and bring our Guja in. Ivy Cudgel probably pops a Focus Sash. Pops our Focus Sash. Struggle Bug. Alright, that's okay. Alright, so not off to a good start there, but we can use our Ogre Pawn to hopefully get going. We know we have the faster Ogre Pawn this time, but there is Tailwind on their side. -1 Gudra, not great, but something we can work with. We have Muddy Water. Muddy Water is actually going to be perfectly fine here. Even at -1, the idea is we're going to try to outlast the opposition here. So we can Muddy Water, and I don't think Follow Me is going to do a lot for us, but we can go for an Ivy Cudgel into their Ogre Pawn slot, and I think that's going to be pretty good damage in general. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to scout out a few things. T-Wave, I figured this is what we have to deal with. Ivy Cudgel into, oh, we get rid of the faster one. There's a crit. That's a bulky one. Ivy Cudgel into ours. Muddy Water will connect, and we will take down theirs. Accuracy drop is actually helpful. Okay. So we're a little bit behind here, and that's the menace we have to worry about here. Terra Fairy. So that is something that we're going to be a little scared of. We do have our Scrafty with Zen Headbutt with Fire Terra. We're going to save actually Terra for that. Superpower into our Gudra is actually really scary. We can go for a Follow Me, or we can protect U-turn out and then look for something there. Personally, that's what I like here. This is probably pressuring for, you know what? We should be able to eat one. So we can Flash Cannon to cover, and then we can U-turn here for the 4 times effective should KO. Protect. Okay. Well, we're fastest until they do Tailwind, which they can do here pretty quick. Struggle Bug. Okay, -2 Gudra. It's not great, but we'll make it work. Yeah, we covered for it, so that's fine. Obviously, we don't get anything this turn. With -2, I think Gudra's going to have to just hang on out here. I think we're just going to take what damage we can get. You can Flash Cannon, U-turn once again. But I think we're going to look at possibly... My thought process is they do the Terra and U-turn's not going to do a lot of damage. So we can Ivy Cudgel and Flash Cannon this slot. And that's going to be good no matter what. This could be a Walking Wake switch. T-Wave into our other slot. That's fine. We're going to just have to deal with these because we're not carrying Protect here. Superpower. We can eat one. Obviously, Paralysis is going to be what's going to screw us big time here. Yeah, that's AV. Well, we're -2. We don't know. But leftovers. Never mind. Alright, so Gudra, you probably get to go down here, but we're going to have to deal with a +2 Malamar. I think if we can get a Muddy Water here, that's fine. And I am looking at... I think you just Horn Leech in this slot. We're just going to have to work it down some. We're going to have we're going to be 2 physical attackers into a +2 Malamar this turn, which is a little spooky. Struggle Bug misses the Gudra. Superpower will KO. No, it's not. Okay, good. All right, +2. Another Para. I think we're going to lose this one because of Paraprox, which is unfortunate. But we also were out of position from turn 1. So, honestly, at this point, I think we kind of can concede this one. And that's going to be okay. I think you just go for a Flash Cannon. Ogre Pawn. It's Struggle Bug's coming out. We're not going to be able to do much about it, but we can also just go for the U-turn. If we happen to catch it, fantastic, but Scrafty's going to have to just 2v1. Holy cow, we have 2 Pokemon at 2 and 1 HP. Guja's -4. Superpower will connect. I just don't want to give up any more information at this point. Flash Cannon was going to do no damage. Look at that beautiful damage. Speed F drop is bad because it's a Speed F boost because contrary. At this point, not a lot we can do. He will know we are not Intimidate because we did not Intimidate there. So Guja can... Do we even protect? Honestly. I'm not liking that idea. I think you can just go for the Muddy Water. Just keep that going for us. Do you fake out... Nah, I think you just go for knockoff into here, get the leftovers off so you have at least a fighting chance. And we'll see if it's Terra Blast. We'll connect. That's fine. Oh, big crit. We're staying Dark type for the time being because we don't want to get Thunder Waved here. That's really the main point. We just don't want to get Thunder Waved. There could be Terra Blast. There is Superpower on their side, so we're kind of at a lost cause anyway. At this point, we should just... I think you just go for it. Why not? At +3, we're probably not going to take one. You can Drain Punch, or you can knock off Zen Headbutt, whatever. I think you just... We know it's leftovers. Do we just go for the information gain? We'll give Scrafty a hat, so why not? Plus, let's find out this item. If we even get it. So if we don't get paralyzed, I think we're in a much better spot. But, you know, we didn't play around that very well. We're going to have to, moving forward. Yeah, Helping Hand. Helping Hand Superpower probably finishes this. Well, the fact of the matter is we can hit a +3, which is fantastic. And Focus Sash. Alright, so we didn't give up a ton of information. We're going to lose this one. That's okay. T-Wave misses. It's fantastic. And then Superpower clinches it up. There's 8 of those. Because that was number 5. But lose game 1. I think we kind of lost it by going for the Trick Room. But I like the idea of what the Trick Room could do there. Unfortunately, we didn't get it. And so losing Flutter for basically nothing was bad. So we learned. We learned. He knows we're Focus Sash, I think. That's why he doubled it. But that's okay. It's a 5-game set. And I think this will probably... I mean, we can lose in 3. That's always a possibility. But I think it's going to be a longer series anyway. We didn't even see the Clefairy that time around. Dugong's good because it can do a haze thing. Which might be something to look into. Scrafty wasn't awful, but Scrafty could have been better. But we didn't give Scrafty a chance to succeed there. I think we can in the future. Looks like Ogerpon might be really good for redirecting, but also could be really good for... just finding out what we're up against. Oh, we gotta check a Discord message. Yeah, I had a wrong Terra type. which means there probably wasn't Terra flying Fairy Malamar. I bet that's the wrong Terra type. We're gonna take a quick break, it seems like. Game 1 is for information. I think we got some good information, especially with speed tiers and things like that, so that was helpful. I think he knows we're not running Protect on our Ogerpon, which might be a mistake, looking at it now. I think our camera's lagging. Our camera's struggling today. All right. So, okay, we'll try this again. Things that could be helpful for us. Our Arcanine might be good. Scrafty might not be the play, but we'll just have to work on this, see kind of what happens. I think Flutter up front's okay. I still think that's an okay play on our side. Just because I think we just misplayed that, but until proven otherwise, we'll have to play kind of smart. We have a Dugong. I think Dugong actually has a lot of utility it can provide this series, and so that's something that we can probably play with as well. So things that I think will work for us here. I think if you drop Scrafty for Dugong, I think we have a better overall game plan and just a generically better approach to just how things are going. To do this, we can also lead Scrafty for fake out pressure and then just immediately pressure as well. I think that's okay. So yeah, it's kind of a tough call, right? I don't want our Ogerpon to get paralyzed because that was actually critical. But I want Ogerpon out front. I think if you Ogerpon Gudra, Flutter in the back, and then I think Dugong is going to be probably helpful in this case. It's because of the haze. Haze will be really impactful, and then we can disable the setup. Yeah, that looks right. We'll see how it goes. We got two of our bigger hitters up front. But if we're looking at like Walking Wake, I think that's okay. So we can, I think Terra for Gudra is probably really impactful, but we're just going to see what this looks at, or what we'll be looking at. So there's their lead. We can try to keep the, yeah, so there's their Mold Breaker. We know about this. I think if we go ahead and just go for Ivy Cudgel into the Illumise slot, it's going to be really impactful and really helpful for us, which I kind of like. So if we Ivy Cudgel here, and then do you go for the Terra Water to just mitigate as much damage as possible? Because with what we're running, I don't think Terra is going to be too impactful for Flutter or for the Dugong. So I think a turn 1 Terra Water, Muddy Water going out here. It can miss, which could be, you know, a bummer, but then we just go for the play. Double indirectly into Illumise. And covers for Stomping Tantrum too. He's seen this exact Gudra before. This is a different EV spread. T-Wave will connect into our Ogerpon. I think that's okay. Stomping Tantrum. That's why we go for the Terra here. I mean, well, that's okay damage. Ooh, good count. Okay. Ogerpon's paralyzed. Ogerpon's our best damage, actually, at this point. So we can look at Ivy Cudgel, the Illumise slot, and then you just protect Gudra this turn. Hopefully, we get it to go off. I think, actually, you Horn Leech, and then you protect. In case that's a switch. Spiky Shield. Struggle Bug. We also, if this connects, okay, it does connect. Great. Okay, we have a chance. With that down, that's a pretty big KO for us. Because it keeps our special attack up. And there we go. Chien-Pao's here. Uh-oh. Hopefully my mic's not picking that up. So we can look at a follow me angle. Do we have any good protects here? No. I think you go for follow me. And then it's Terra Dark. So you don't want Gudra eating 2 here. And I think, and Muddy Water is still perfectly fine here for spread. Yeah, follow me, Muddy Water. We get it off, which is huge. Crunch will go ahead and KO Ogerpon. Crit could hurt. I think we missed. Yeah, they're not the one you want to miss here. Did we get an accuracy drop? Nope. Okay, so we have Icy Wind. We need this. We need an Icy Wind actually here, so that we can get our Flutter in ahead of this Chien-Pao. Okay, so Dugong's here. Dugong will go ahead and we're going to look at Icy Wind. Hopefully, we can take one here. It's going to be really, really close. I think it's actually a roll. So you go for Icy Wind, and then I think you just go for the Flash Cannon into this slot to hopefully pick it up. Crunch. This will hurt. Actually, just KOs. But hopefully our in-game will be set up here. If we get KO'd here, it's probably GG. Okay. Now, the game we have to play is, does this thing have Sucker Punch? It could. And that's something we have to play around. At -1 attack here, or -1 speed, we are faster, but Sucker Punch is going to be something we have to be mindful of. We can disable, we can haze, or we can just Icy Wind again. Icy Wind again is probably okay. We're getting doubled, which is going to be problematic. I think you Icy Wind, and my thought process is you go for the Protect to see if there's a Sucker Punch coming. Okay, Crunch. Is it Choice Band? Could be banded. Okay. Another speed drop, which is fine. Okay. I have a casual. So they're going to double that slot. Get a little bit of healing. Pretty minuscule at this point. We are faster. Unfortunately, this will not be enough to KO this. It just won't be enough to KO. So I think you go for the disable. And do you Degleam or do you Shadow Ball? If you Degleam, you probably pick it up, but we have a Focus Sash. So if we can get this, We still have an out, and it's a 2v3 still. Yeah. That's what I'm in favor of. Okay, Angle Eater's coming out because it's a little bit faster. To preserve our speed. Okay, there's the Malamar. The bulk's too much. This will pop our Focus Sash. Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay. Because of the scenario we're in, Terra Fairy, I think that was a really good switch. Not getting the KO there was really, really unfortunate. But we know it's probably banded, right? So D-Gleam probably doesn't pick up the Girl Boss. It can pressure the Squidward. If it's Sucker Punch on that, this is going to be good information to go into Game 3 with. Is it possible to come out of this? I think so, but I don't think it's going to be enough damage to get rid of their Ogerpon. Especially if it's Terra Fairy. Because Terra Fairy with high SPDF investment will be enough to make this basically a 3-hit, and that's GG at that point. And if it's Sucker Punch, it's also no Sucker Punch. Yeah, not enough. Good game. Psycho Cat, we can eat one. And then Ivy Cudgel finishes it. Alright, back against the wall. Lost the first two, which was really unfortunate. But that did confirm Malamar had the wrong Terra type. We could have held him to it, and, you know, it makes a difference there. But it'd been probably Poison Terra instead of Fairy Terra, so it wouldn't have changed too much. The Ogerpon living that Shadow Ball was actually crazy. Obviously we know it's really bulky. All right, we gotta fight off the sweep at this point. We'd like to pick up at least one game. Okay, so if you're looking at that, I mean, I don't know if the Flutter's the answer. I mean, I think the Flutter's still fine. I don't know if the Gooch is the answer, actually. If we use Arcanine, we have to be super careful. So, with Flutter Malamar, Guja is going to be helpful. Unfortunately, we got to protect Guja so much better than what we've been doing at this point. We haven't been protecting it, which has been, I think, the downfall here. And I think they know we're Ability Shield, which makes total sense. So we're not going to catch that. Now, the play here is if you scrap the Gudra to start, you have Fake Out. And I think Fake Out actually is really, really important for this matchup in general. And we still haven't seen Clefairy yet. I don't know if they're going to use it, to be honest with you. Because Clefairy exists, we don't have a great way to get through stuff, so Flutter is our way to get through stuff. Arcanine has spread damage with Heat Wave, but unfortunately it's set up to do a little bit different stuff. And so I think if you Scrafty Gudra, I like that. And this Flutter Ogerpon. Dugong, I think, was okay, but it just didn't do quite as much as we needed it to do. But not boosted Malamar is something that maybe Flutter can deal with if we can get that 1v1 scenario set up. Ogerpon's going to do a little bit more damage, I think. We also got to stop getting paralyzed as much as we can. That's why I think Scrafty with the Fake Out is going to actually be really impactful, and the Dark type, so we can just weave it in and out. If we can get it rolling, we might have some. We might have a chance. But backs against the wall. Lose this one, season's over. Hopefully, we can extend it one more game. All right, game number 3. Can we fight off elimination? There we go. That's the lead that's a little spooky to deal with here. But we have these guys. And these guys are hopefully going to be how we get through this. So if we look at a fake out here, and I don't know if Protect's good, but I like the fake out in the Gaslighter so we can reposition, get Gudra in for Flutter. And while that does to set us up for, you know, possibly getting Thunderwave the following turn, we can at least pressure from this point forward. Superpower in the Gudra we can immune. I think that gives us a good chance here. So fake out switch. We know it's Focus Sash and not Covert Cloak, so this fake out will go through. Okay. Obviously, this can be Superpower into Scrafty, and that's going to hurt, but we eat one. We don't eat two, though. We can go to a Fire Terra, and I think that can possibly be something we can play towards. So that was a good read on his part. I don't think... Okay, at +1, if we go here to Fire Terra, we can play for the Drain Punch, or we can play for the knockoff into the Squidward slot with the Fire Terra and then D-Gleam. Because at least we take the... we just take that off. Yeah, I think you just swing here. There's a chance we get doubled in the Flutter slot. And we're about to find out. I think this is the game-deciding turn for the series, more or less. We can get out of it if we have Gudra left over. But it's going to be really, really hard. Okay, so we have our Fire Terra, which is... I don't know if it was a good play, but maybe we can eat... If the superpower's coming this way, we have a way to, you know, possibly eat one. Yeah, I'm not gonna do a lot of damage, but the Struggle Bug is going to be what hurts and pops the Focus Sash more importantly. The... Yeah, superpower here... Okay, we hang on. That's the most important part to that play, is we hang on and fight another day. Knockoff to get rid of the healing, more importantly. So Struggle Bug is a problem. We're going to have to work our way through this, and knockoff into the Gaslighter slot can possibly get us to a +1 game state. We can protect, they can protect. I think you try to keep the D-Gleam going. And I also think, hold on, we can do something here. So we got the knockoff here, and we can switch to our Gudra because we know a superpower is not coming. We can also go to a Ogerpon, but I like to get the Gudra in for the Flutter at this point. If they protect, that's good for us. I don't think they will. So we're just trying to get a spot where we can keep our Flutter main alive to hopefully do enough later, especially if we got a T-Wave coming. So Gudra eats T-Wave. It's not Protect, so it's T-Wave and Superpower. Alright, that's 3 Superpowers. Well, we didn't get very far with that one. Unfortunately, this Malamar is a big threat, and so Flutter is going to have to play well for us. We can look at a Trick Room angle. If we Trick Room, we might... If we don't get Trick Room off, we lose. If we attack, we have a chance. So if you D-Gleam into a... Yeah, if you D-Gleam with Flash Cannon, that's your best damage source into the... Yeah, it's just the best way to get rid of the Malamar. We didn't get to see Malamar all season, and this is a problem, and this is why we didn't bring Double Intimidate for the playoff matchup. Unfortunately, that is still being an issue. So I think you just Flash Cannon and Go for it. Okay. Protect. Superpower. Psycho Cut. Yeah, Thunderwave hits. That's so bad. So no Sucker Punch, which is good. Yeah. Bad pair. But we didn't get beat by it though. Oh, we got double parried that turn. Thankfully, that was a protect turn. So if you can degleam, and you can flash cannon into the Squidward slot, you have a shot. It is a very low shot, but a shot nonetheless. We didn't have good speed control, and I don't know if... Yeah, I don't think you want to go for that. Trick Room is just too risky. At the -1s that we're dealing with, it's going to be rough. And the paras, I mean, RNG's going to be what gets us. Yeah, that might be the series GG, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, we needed that bad. I needed that really bad. Okay. So, what do you do now, right? We're going to have 2 paralyzed Pokemon here. Not a lot we can do about it. And that's the really bummer. Really big bummer here. Yeah. Ilamise was a problem. I knew it would be going into this. We gotta hope for a crit, I think, to get through this. We also know that, Thunderwave's headed this way. That was a good play on their part. So Ivy Cudgel, crit might bail us out. It does! We have a chance. We have a chance. We have a chance. We have a chance. We got so far to go. That's our first KO in this game. Struggle Bug does a lot. I think this is going to KO Ilamise. Because we're like, what, -2 special attack? Another para. This Flutter just refuses to fight. Refuses to fight! Oh, no. Okay. Ours is faster than theirs. They have, stuff. Honestly, do you Trick Room now? If you get it off, you have a play, but you can protect, you can go for Degleam. Ivy Cudgel into Flutter is going to hurt really bad. Our best case scenario, do you swing, do you protect? Because we're going to get so many calls right to win here. I think you swing. Can you swing Follow Me? Actually, hold on. Trick Room, Follow Me. We're going to get slower. Yeah, it does a lot of damage. Crits are the only way out of this. It's over. It's, oh my gosh, 3 turns in a row. Obviously, this is the RNG you have to play against sometimes. It's just part of the game. Congratulations, TTR, for winning, though. Thunderwave speed control was huge. And then I think not bringing Arcanine could have been a throw on our part, but I mean, what do you do, right? Thank you for showing me the 4th at least. We at least get the Ivy Cudgel off. We get to move. Ivy Cudgel onto our side is the game over button. Does Flutter show up? Come on, Flutter. Okay. Thank you, Flutter. Oh my gosh. I don't like losing that way, but that was, not a lot you can do about it. So we don't know if there's ever tailwind on this thing, but like, what else does it be? Right? Uh, did you just Shadow Ball hope for a crit, right? Yeah, helping hand. That's the game. Congratulations to Chris. He's going to go to the finals for the second straight season in a row. We think we just got out. We got out team built this game. Thunder Wave's obviously really frustrating, but what else do you do, right? I mean, we swept the first one. We got swept in the second one. It's okay. I mean, we like I said at the beginning of the stream, we achieved our season goals by winning, 6 regular season matches. We also won a postseason match, so 7 total wins is great. Hey kid. And there's not a lot we can do about just RNG not going our way in a few of those cases. But Thunderwave was amazing speed control on their side. We didn't put Protect on Ogerpon, which probably was a really big mistake on our part. But we also thought we'd be using Ogerpon more supportively. But because of how we were having to do a few things there, it just didn't work out for us. Illumise hopefully gets the MVP there because that was the best Pokemon that they had available to just shutting down our entire team. And we didn't bring our Fire type, which was a really big mistake on our part. So hats off to Chris. They'll get to go to the finals. I'm rooting for them to win it all. If they do, it'll be their first championship since season 5. So looking forward to seeing what they can do there. And, it's not the way you want to end a season getting swept, but, it was still a good season nonetheless. So thank y'all for watching up to this point. And, there's always season 13. And we got all of our draft picks back because we made a few trades during this playoff picture. So thank y'all again. We will see you in season 13. It'll probably be a few months till we get there. But yeah, there we go. West Texas Wingulls have been officially eliminated. But best of luck to Chris in the championship game. We'll be rooting for him. And see you in the next one. Where's the right scene? If I can find it, we'll get to that scene. But see y'all later.